What is up, Edison duelists? This is Dionysus, aka Young Puds, coming at you guys with some more shameless hype beast Gigavise content, folks. This is a certainly a list. This sure is a list, am I right? And this was given to us by none other than True Party King. Yes, indeed. This is Black Garden Gigavise, also featuring a mausoleum of the Emperor. And this had me thinking, I was like, man, what am I going to play? What Gigavise list am I going to try out? What am I doing here? And then it hit me, and I was like, well, of course, I want to play Black Garden Gigavise. I already said I would. However, I got to say, we're going to do a little bit of changes. We're going to make a few changes to the deck. So first of all, no need to play Brain Control when we can play second Mark of the Rose. I want to go all in on Black Garden. I want to go a little more all in on Black Garden. So we're going to play 3 copies of it, as well as 3 terraforming, just to keep the deck nice and thin. We're going to cut the Threatening Roar, because that doesn't seem quite as good. Damage Condenser also seems a little bit underwhelming. We're not going to play that either. We're just going to not play it at all. Literally 0 copies, right? We don't need the second copy plant because we have Black Garden tokens. Now, we definitely want to be playing Solemn Judgment. We definitely want to be playing Starlight Road. And here's the thing, folks. We want to be playing Pollinosis. Because it's funny more than anything else. I guess we could do 2 terraforming. 3 Pollinosis is probably going to be overkill. Let's see here. What else do I want to be playing? Oh, we can cut down to 2 Gigaplant. That'll be fine. But I tell you what, I really want to play a Botanical Lion, because I feel like Botanical Lion is actually kind of crazy with Black Garden. So yeah, what if we did that? And then, we could... I'm wondering if it's better to play more terraforming. No, we probably want to just do 2 Pollinosis. And this seems fun. Honestly, I want more traps. I just don't know how we're going to fit more traps in something like this. There's no Foolish Burial either. We definitely want Foolish Burial. I tell you what, I want to have Call of the Haunted as well. I guess we could cut Starlight Road. Man, we're just we're really rubbing up against the wall here. What else can I manage to cut? What do you guys think? What would you guys cut? Maybe we just do 2 Black Garden, 2 terraforming. A little on the greedy side, but I don't know. I don't think I ever want to draw 2 Black Garden. Like, I'll draw a terraforming and a Black Garden. That doesn't sound quite as terrible. Let's also clean up this side deck. We definitely... Oh, yeah, whoops. Solemn Judgment in 2 places. We definitely want to have the correct Cyber Dragon. There you go. And I guess we could just leave Solemn Judgment in the side deck. And I gotta say, I'm not an Inferno Reckless Summon Truther. I am a Royal Decree Truther, especially on DB Ladder. You just need that for like chain burn and stuff. And I think we could put back in the Starlight Road. I don't want to play Jowgen. I don't want to play Karma Cut. I've got a little Pollinosis already. Please say bless you in the comments. Okay, so we always play 2 Crow so we don't get dunked on by Norlaris. And then I'm going to side Divine Wrath, because that card is amazing. And I'm going to side Messenger of Peace, because I still like that card these days. Let's take a quick glance at the extra deck. Okay. I like second Brute Draco over Thought Ruler. And this looks pretty good. there anything else glaring that I'm missing? No? Okay. All right. This looks fun. Let's give this a try, you guys. Let's give this a try. Let's see how it goes. Sad baby in the background. I wonder if you guys can hear her. I hope she's okay. I'm sure she is. She's with her mother. I'm not just putting the baby in the other room while I record videos. I'm not that much of a deadbeat. I like to think that I'm not a deadbeat at all, but that's not really for me to say, is it? No, I suppose it's not. And, oh, here's his I got him saying, "Good sir." Howdy, mister. Oh, he said howdy already. Normally, I'm the only one saying howdy. I like saying howdy. It makes me feel like I'm a cowboy. Oh, okay, cool. We get to play the mirror with no lightning vortex in our side. I don't even know if I saw autonomous action unit. Oh, gosh. What did you get? Okay, supervise and mark. We could be in trouble. Torrential's nice. Maybe that can buy us some time. All right. So I want to tell you guys, I've got another Appalachian Trail story. What could I say? It's shameless content. So part of the Appalachian Trail is in the Great Smoky Mountain National Park, and it's kind of like, oh man, I was afraid of that. It's a little bit into the trail. I'm not exactly sure. Let me look up the mileage and tell you exactly how far it is. You have Lone Fire Supervise. We lose this one. That's fine. Yeah, wow. Okay. I guess Messenger of Peace doesn't make sense because that conflicts with our thing. Yeah, no AAU. So this is this could be a little bit of a yikes situation. But here we're consulting the logbook here. And yeah, so this was as Great Smoky Mountain starts like before mile 200, like around mile 165, it starts up. And so we're going into the Smokies, and the way it works is it's a little bit, I think it's like an 86-mile section of trail, right? Which is, you know, up to that point, a good distance. We'd only gone 165 miles. We got there on like day 18, so a little over 2 weeks. And then now we had this 86-mile stretch ahead of us. At the midpoint, there's a gap, and there's a big parking lot, and it's like a big, you know, kind of all the tourists want to come and park there. They'll do day hikes. It gets very crowded. So most thru hikers, what you end up doing is you get a shuttle or you hitchhike from this gap, and you go down to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, or maybe Pigeon Forge, which, if you know anything, if you're from the South, you know that Gatlinburg is a major, major tourist trap. And we had already gone to Helen, Georgia, which is a tourist trap as well, but it's smaller. But we'd kind of had our fill of these like tourist trap towns. So we were looking for not that. So we said, okay, well, what if we did 5 days, which would have been the longest food carry that we would have done. That's a big misconception also about through hiking on the Appalachian Trail. You know, when we told like our moms that we were going to do this, they were like, well, what are you going to eat? Are you going to carry 6 months of food on your back? What are you doing? And then even my good friend was really stressed about like having enough food and carrying enough food. But it turns out that, you know, you're going by a road honestly every day. Honestly, every day there is a road that you are crossing on that you could conceivably get into town. And usually every 3 to 4 days, there's a really convenient way to go into town. And that's not even counting the many, many towns that the trail literally goes through. So it's not a big deal to just carry 3 days of food, 4 days of food. But 5 days would have been our biggest food carry to date. So we stock up for it. I still remember my my Smoky Mountains resupply. So I was still doing no cooked meals. So no oatmeal or anything like that, which is a questionable choice. So I got 24 Cliff Bars, just 2 display cases of Cliff Bars. I just pulled off the shelf. I said, all right, you guys are coming with me. We'll negate the supervised. No, we're going to negate the supervised. And, okay, all right. Bro, that's fine. We're still in a commanding position. And then I got 1 bag of M&Ms for every day and 1 bag of beef jerky for every day. And that can have been it, but I actually think that was. So, needless to say, I was cutting it pretty close in the food department. I was cutting it pretty close. And we all kind of were. And then things got further complicated because we found out that, going into the Smoky Mountain section, we would be in Tennessee. And up to that point, we'd been in North Carolina because the trail kind of snakes along the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. And what we heard was that all the shelters, which are, they're lean-tos, that might be a better word, you call them shelters on the AT. We were used to shelters having privies, like, it's still, you're out in the woods pooping, but it's at least like a toilet seat and like, you don't have to dig a cat hole, basically, which is, it's just nicer to go in a privy, right? And we heard that Tennessee had no privies. So we started the official Don't Poop in the Smokies challenge. And the challenge was to do our entire 5 days, because keep in mind, most people do it 3 days, go into Gatlinburg, maybe even 0. That's where you don't hike, in Gatlinburg. Come back out and and then do another 3 days. So we were saying, okay, we're doing this in 5 days, and then we're gonna try and just not poop in the Smokies. Now, none of us made it the whole 5 days. One of our friends, I forget if he made it 3 days or 4 days, but he made it the longest, and he got a trail name for that. But the other part of the trail name is also on the last day. It was really cold the night before, and we woke up and everything was frozen. Everyone's shoes were frozen. Everyone's socks were frozen. It was a nightmare. And what we ended up having to do, oh man, that's a shame. I should have left a lone fire in the deck. It was very short-sighted of me. Okay, let's think here. We can go... Oh, this is nice. Look what we can do, you guys. We can go 1 SSN for copy plant. And then we can do the other SSN for Dandy. And then we can shoop. And then we can go for Goyo. And we get our 2 tokens. And then we can Goyo, steal your lone fire. How about that, folks? What a cool play. Thank you. And then we don't really have any plants left in deck. But that's okay, because then we can go Lone Fire, tribute that. For Bot Lion's kinda sick, right? The big old Bot Lion. Do you have Mark of the Rose? Is that the same game, or was that last game? I don't care. I'm just gonna make a Bot Lion. I still got that pollinosis. Yikes. And then I guess we Gold Sark for... Shoot, I don't know. Bert? Alright. And anyways, and so our one friend, his shoes are completely frozen. Someone had the bright idea for me to pour boiling water on my shoes, which was fine, but then I had wet shoes, which wasn't so great. But anyways, our friend, a Gucci draw, I love to hear that. Yeah, okay. I shouldn't have left the lone fire sitting there. That's pretty bad. Okay, that is GG. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, let's try again. Anyways, so he just hikes out of the Smoky Mountains in Crocs. So because he lasted the longest in the Don't Poop in the Smokies challenge, and because he hiked out in Crocs, we called him Croc a shit. And it was spelled Croc with a K, like Croc, A, like a middle initial, and then SHIDTT. And yeah, that was a good name. That was a good trail name. You know, there's some bad trail names out there. There's some really good trail names too. And folks, that was one of the good ones. I think we set Dandy here. Get some value off of Torrential. Even more value, we just got him to waste the Regeki break. But all of this, I gotta tell you guys, oh man, can call the Haunted at least. Wall up 1 billion tokens. Yeah. Bad news for us. So, the first day in the Smokies, what we decided to do was, you know, you can really tell who's a through hiker and who's a day hiker when you're out on the AT. The smell is definitely part of it. The clothing, through hikers tend to be carrying. It might not be what we think, but through hikers tend to be carrying considerably less gear because when you have to carry literally everything everywhere you go. You really get a sense pretty quickly of what's important to have and what's not. So a lot of odds and ends that you know you could justify bringing if you're just going out for the weekend, you're not going to want to have with you when you're through hiking. So we decided anytime we came across, we had a lot of names for them. Some hikers would call non-through hikers muggles, like we're in Harry Potter. Our favorite name for them was decent folk, which I really like because it implies that through hikers are indecent, which of course we are. And so what we did is every time we came across a decent folk, we would say a Skyrim NPC voice line, which I gotta say, we thought we were absolutely hilarious for this. And we were right. We were really, really funny for doing this. We were really, really funny doing this. Okay, let's see here. We could go. We could do a lot of things. Maybe we just go normal summon Gigaplant, use effect, summon Dandelion, Gold Sark for Burt. Kind of bummed that I'm not drawing Black Garden or Polynosis or anything fun. Like I'm just getting normal Giga hands. So we decided that you come across another day hiker and oh, did somebody steal your sweet roll? Or I killed a bear yesterday. What did you do? That one played really well. And then my personal favorite was, so the line in Skyrim, they're talking about Helgen, of course, but we were having a little more fun with it. So I said, I hear a dragon attacked Pigeon Forge. Me? I don't believe it. And so the day before, we had kind of, talked over all the different voice lines. We were like, okay, which ones are we going to do? Right? And everyone really liked the dragon one. We all thought that was pretty funny. So naturally, that was one that we were really concerned with doing. So we passed this one guy, and I do that voice line. And then a little bit later, our friend Red is like just behind us, and then he does the same voice line, and he said, because when we did it to the first guy, he was kind of just looking at us like, "What's wrong with you?" But then when Red said the same line, the guy he was mad, he was upset, he was like, "What? I'm not having any of this weird stuff. What are you guys doing? Get out of here." Anyways, I thought that was pretty funny. Okay, let's see here. I think we have a pretty good chance to do a game shot, right? We go normal summon lone fire effect, special summon, second lone fire, special summon gigaplant, this gigaplant effect, special summon lone fire effect, summon copy plant. Go ahead and synchro summon for power tool dragon. Then we'll go for 3 supervises. Then we'll do supervise on gigaplant, and we're going to summon out gigaplant, and then we're going to trunade, and we're going to get supervise, and we're going to activate it on the new gigaplant, and then we're going to use this one's effect. We're going to get copy plant, and we're going to get mark of the rose, and we're going to banish lone fire blossom to take your defense position, dupe frog. And then we're going to use copy plant, and we are going to copy gigaplant's level. We're going to sync 8 for a big, huge Stardust Dragon. And then we're going to attack Dupe Frog. It's fine. Take 22 from that. Then you take 23. And you take 2000. And then you either have Battle Fader or you lose. Okay, you have Battle Fader. 1500 is not a lot of life points. Maybe it was correct there to go for second Power Tool Dragon. No, because I getting rid of the Dupe Frog is probably best. Maybe there's a world where it's Colossal Fighter instead of Stardust. Not really sure. Anyways. But yeah, the Smoky Mountains, that was a really cool section. What else happened there? Oh man, there's this in the night when it was really, really cold. So our last night in the Smokies, everyone's out of food and everything. Like we knew it was going to be really, really cold, and it had rained all day, and we knew it was going to freeze overnight. So we were trying to fit as many people into the shelter as possible. And this one lady, she had, her pad lined out, and then she had like all her stuff lined up on the bunk. And we asked her, hey, could you just, scoot that stuff over so then we could fit one more person up here? It's going to be really cold. We want to fit as many people as possible. And she goes, this is a direct quote. She goes, no, no, no. I get up multiple times in the middle of the night. I need this space. And we were all a little taken aback by that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. We got the win. Okay. We're going second, but I still want Dust Shoot. Mirror Force sucks. I don't know, that's fine. I want to draw Black Garden. I want to draw Polynosis. These are cards that I want to draw. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, that's something. Did you guys ever play World of Warcraft? I played a lot of World of Warcraft. I played a lot of classic WoW when that came out. guess it came out before COVID, and I had been really excited for it, you know, since it was announced. But then COVID was when I really had a lot of time to play Classic WoW. I was still in school, so I would, gosh, it was awful. I would wake up usually at like 4 a.m. or so, and I would play Classic WoW until my morning classes. And let's be real, I was still playing WoW in the morning classes, and then okay, all right, this is pretty good. This is actually great. Go Gold Sark, banish Lone Fire. Go DDR, discard Copy Plant, summon Lone Fire. We'll go Lone Fire effect, summon Gigaplant. We'll go Supervise, summon Copy Plant. We will go Black Rose Dragon, make those dupe frogs miss timing. Those are gone. Those are destroyed. I have eliminated your dupe frogs, sir. Oh, DD Crow on Gigaplant. Very rude. Very, very rude. That's fine, though. We'll just hit an armory, and it will pick up the DDR. Polynosis is not so great in this situation. Oh, it could be good. I'm seeing some back row. Yeah, I'm not going to play in. Not going to play into that. No way. No way. I need this DDR to go through. And you're on Hero Frogs, which is a known to be slow type of deck. A very slow, methodical type of deck. Supervise is a fantastic draw. I want to put a plant on the field. I want to draw Bot Lion, or Starlight Road's not bad. We'll set that. Or what else do I want to draw? This is not good. We're getting to the point where we're just going to have to commit. Lone Fire. Perfect. All right, so we'll go Lone Fire effect. Is that okay? Cool. And we summon Dandelion in defense position. Is that okay? Okay. And then, wow, we're in great shape. Starlight Road, we can play into Mirror Force, we can play through Torrential, and I bet one of these is something that Starlight Road can stop, and then Polynosis is going to stop the other one. Now we can DDR. Oh, see? Yeah, we're going to Polynosis that. Get wrecked. Get wrecked. Then we get 2 Dandy tokens. And then... oh, no. No, no, no. That wasn't the plan. Target what? Target what? Target DDR. Okay. Alright, it doesn't matter. We're going to draw for turn. We're going to just draw Furt, just like that. Can you guys believe it? I sure can. I'm going to rip a Furt right off the top. Oh boy, oh boy. No, that's not... okay. I'm pretty sure you have game anyways. That's fine. One more monster and it's game. Especially now that you know that it's a Starlight Road. What a catastrophic mistake. We could probably take Road out. Especially now that he's seen it. So that was actually a high-level bluff right there. I knew I had lost that match. So I wanted to show him Starlight Road. So now he's going to be forced to respect it for the rest of the game, right? Pretty smart. You see, I'm always thinking one step ahead, right? I'm playing these high-level mind games. which I want to say this is also a joke. If there's any representatives of Konami Digital Entertainment watching this video, that was strictly for humor. I would never intentionally mislead my opponents. I'm a fair and honest duelist. Okay, substitute. Reborn frog, that's fine. Swap summon. Nice, 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 nice. There we go. So that'll be game, right? That'll be game. You have no answers. Look at that. You have no answers. We drew the second SSN. Absolutely crazy. We only need the one. We only need the one. And we'll go Gigaplant. And go for this. And we'll go for this. And we can just fetch a DDR. I can play into Crow safely, which I bet you have. Seemed very calm about passing. And we'll go for this. Power tool effect. 66% is going to round up to 100%. You guys know the drill. Boom. Look at that. Just like I said. And we can use Hidden Armory to get the DDR just so we have it as well. Nothing fancy, nothing to see here, folks. And then we'll just lone fire for the token for Titanial and show me the battle fader. Oh, all right. Show me the gores. All right, we're waiting on the gores. Show me the gores. Here it is. Yes, okay. Thank you. I was starting to get a little worried for him. You know, it was seeming like maybe, just maybe, he didn't have anything he was about to lose. We didn't want that for our friend. No, well, that's not true. We do. Of course we want to win. Let's see. It was very exciting today. Big thing in my life. I got my birth certificate back, or rather I had to request a new birth certificate. You see, what had happened is the United States Army had actually lost my birth certificate, and it's mostly my fault, but I think it's on them just a little bit. And you'd think that an organization like the U.S. Army, the most powerful fighting force on the face of the planet, would not be losing people's birth certificates. But here we are. And I am saying that with just a twinge, just a wee little bit of just a little bit of sarcasm, right? I'm well aware that I probably should have expected them to lose my birth certificate, if anything. Okay, so you summon a Treeborn Frog, so you're not going to be able to clear my entire board. You do a lot of damage to it, but you're not going to be able to clear the entire thing. Which, that's making me feel good. Maybe I can sleep at night because of that. Take 13. Oh, just a straight up crash. Okay. That's fine. Here comes Gigaplant back. And then you're going to run over the Gigaplant. All right. So you're leaving the Power Tool Dragon. That's an interesting choice, my friend. That is an interesting choice. To be sure, that is an interesting choice. Especially leaving that Treeborn Frog in attack position. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Well, let's use Power Tool. And we will find ourselves Another mark of the rose, why not? Doesn't really super matter. Okay, supervise, very cool. I say we don't overcomplicate things, right? I think we keep it nice and simple. You know, if you guys heard that expression, keep it simple, stupid. Well, okay. What I was gonna do, I was gonna take the Stratos, and then we were gonna Foolish Burial to send the other dandy, and then we would have Stratos, ignore the coin flip, and 2 tokens. So pretend this is a Stratos. Here, we'll do, what's the most Stratos looking fellow? Lots of crazy tokens. Ah, yes. When I see this, I think Stratos, right? And then we would go for SSN, tribute the token for Nettles, and then we would go boom, boom, boom for Black Rose, and we wouldn't nuke the field, we would use second effect, banish a Dandelion, and we'll put the Treeborn Frog. Basically, what I'm getting at here is summoning back Treeborn Frog is a mistake right here. We have game no matter what, right? There's like a billion ways to play through this and still win, but yeah, definitely an error. You also just have something like if he just doesn't summon the Treeborn Frog, we could hold the Mark of the Rose, we can Mark of the Rose the absolute 0, or we could just kind of like just do a very simple like DDR oh yeah, you just Mark of the Rose the ab 0 swing win. So yeah, that seems pretty good. 710. Any men of culture know about 710? What a stupid thing. All right, you guys. You know, I had fun making this video. I was saying earlier, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna make a video today. I feel like I don't have anything to talk about, but I had a good yap session. This was a fun match. I think we need to test this deck a little bit more because we didn't see any Black Garden action. So we'll just have to get back to it a little bit later, some other time, probably tomorrow. So I'll see you guys then. But for now, subscribe, smash the friggin' like button, drop a comment. We're almost at 1,700 subscribers, so that'd be cool to hit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more shameless, hype beast, Gigavise content. Take care, everyone.